Hey y'all, and welcome back to another new video. Today I have the inside scoop for you guys straight from Mr. Ollivander himself, all about what the different wood types of the wands mean. And just a quick disclaimer before we start, this is all the property of J.K. Rowling. Wand woods are believed to have almost human-like powers of perception and preference. The quote I'm about to read is from Mr. Ollivander's writings directly. He says, "Every single wand is unique and will depend for its character on the particular tree and magical creature from which it derives its materials. Moreover, each wand, from the moment it finds its ideal owner, will begin to learn from and teach its human partner. Therefore, the following must be seen as general notes on each of the wood types I like to work with best, and ought not to be taken to describe any individual wand exactly. Only a minority of trees can produce wand-quality wood, just as a minority of humans can produce magic. It takes years of experience to tell which ones have the gift, although the job is made easier if bowtruckles are found nesting in the leaves, as they never inhabit mundane trees. The following notes on various wand woods should be regarded very much as a starting point, for this is the study of a lifetime, and I continue to learn with every wand I make and match." For this video, I'm going to be specifically talking about what the different woods mean. If you guys want to know about the 3 different types of cores, which is unicorn hair, phoenix feather, and dragon heartstring, that Ollivander uses in his wands, I posted a TikTok about that. Okay, so the first type of words he uses is acacia. And acacia wood produces tricky wands, and they often refuse to produce magic for anyone but their true owner. And they withhold their best effects for all but those that are the most gifted at magic. They are very sensitive, and this means that they are difficult to place. And when well matched, these wands can be very, very powerful. It is often seen as an underrated wand due to its peculiarity. How do you say it?
Peculiarity.
What he said. The next type of wood is alder wood, and this is a very stubborn type of wood. But its ideal owner is not stubborn at all. It's actually going to be a person that's very helpful and considerate. And this is rather rare that a wand wood looks for somebody that has characteristics so different from its own. Alder wood is a very loyal wand when it is placed with the correct owner. And it is the best suited wood for non-verbal magic. And it does have a reputation because of this for belonging to the most powerful and advanced magical people. Apple wood is very rare and powerful, and it is best for people with high goals and ideals. It is not a good wand for dark magic because it searches for an owner who's got really strong moral code. The owner is usually someone that is well loved and is going to live a long, happy life. And the owner is someone who's usually very charming. Interestingly, the owners can often talk to other magical beings like mer people in their native language. Ashwood wands cleave to their owners, and so therefore they don't make good gifts or wands to be passed down throughout the generations. And they literally will lose their power or skill if they are passed down. And this is even more pronounced if its core is unicorn hair. It is a very stubborn type of wood, and their owners tend to be similarly positioned in that they are very steadfast and not easily swayed in their beliefs. But at the same time, it does not work well with an arrogant owner. Aspen wood makes for beautiful wands that are the color of ivory. Just as they are pretty, they are really good for doing beautiful, pretty charm work. Owners of these wands are often accomplished duelers or destined to become accomplished duelers. This wood is really good for martial magic. An infamous, secret 18th century dueling club called the Silver Spears was rumored to only allow members in if they owned an aspen wand. Owners of aspen wood wands are usually very determined, strong-minded, and they tend to like quests and be revolutionaries. We have beechwood wands. And beechwood wand owners are often very wise. And these wands do not do well with people who are narrow-minded or intolerant. And so, in my opinion, I'm going to guess that JKR's wand is not a beechwood wand. And they are best used for subtle and artistic magic. Blackthorn wood is best suited for warriors, and it does do well with the dark arts. But lots of aurors have used it too. It's actually been found among a lot of aurors, but also in a lot of the prisoners of Azkaban have this wood too. And it's kind of representative of the bush itself. The blackthorn bush has thorns, but it also produces very sweet berries. But it produces the sweetest berries after the harshest frosts. And interestingly, these wands need to pass through hardship to truly be bonded to their owner. After they've gone through hardship together, it will become a very loyal wand. The next type of wood is black walnut wood. And black walnut wood wands are usually for owners that have good instincts and are very insightful. They're not easy to master wands, and it's abnormally attuned to the inner conflict of the owner. And if the owner is deceiving themselves, if they're not being honest with themselves, the wand may actually rebel against the owner. Basically, it's going to be best paired with an owner that is sincere and self-aware. It's also a really great wand for charm work. Cedar wood wands are best paired with owners that are steadfast, strong of character, and loyal. Their owners are usually perceptive and not easy to fool. And a cedar wood paired with the correct master can be a very frightening adversary. Cherry wood is a really rare wood for a wand to have. It's highly prized at the wizarding school, and I'm going to butcher this, but something like Mahoutokero in Japan. And in the right hands, or I guess the wrong hands, cherry wood wands can have lethal powers. A cherry wood wand with a core of dragon heartsting is the most suited for the dark arts. It should only be placed in the hands of a wizard with very high self-control. Chestnut wood varies greatly in character depending on what type of core it has as well as the personality of its owner. It is good for people that like magical beasts, herbology, or flying. And when paired with dragon heartstring, it might like someone more materialistic. But with unicorn hair, it goes well with people who care a lot about justice. In fact, 3 consecutive heads of Wizengamot have had a chestnut wand with a unicorn hair core. A cypress wood wand is associated with nobility, and it usually looks for an owner that is brave, bold, and self-sacrificing. Dogwood wands like owners that are quirky, mischievous, and playful in nature, and their owners usually like excitement and adventure. These wands are capable of serious magic, however, and clever owners can use them to produce dazzling enchantments. A downside of a dogwood wand is that it is not the best for nonverbal magic. Ebony wands are good for combative magic and transfiguration. They really like an owner that is really good at being themselves. These owners are usually nonconformist, highly individual, and okay with being outsiders. Basically, many of these wands have belonged to people that have held fast to their beliefs for better or for worse. Many members of the Order of the Phoenix and the Death Eaters were known to have ebony wands. Elder wood is the rarest of all the woods used in wands. It is a tricky wood to master, and it is not very loyal. It wants to be with the most powerful person in the room, so to say. Owners that find themselves with an elder wood wand usually have a special destiny. Wood wands were at a time rumored to only produce magic if they were used by a pureblood, but this was likely a rumor started by purebloods and is untrue. These owners have to have dignity and dexterity, and they don't really have many accidents or many errors. Elm wood is great for elegant charms and spells, and it is capable of highly advanced magic in the right hands. English oak wands are a very loyal wand. Their owners are loyal as well, usually very strong, courageous, and faithful. It is a very intuitive wand and is good for magic in the natural world, be it with magical creatures or plants. It is said that Merlin's wand was an English oak, but we can't be sure because his grave has never been found. Firwood wands are known as survivor wands. Their owners have been known to survive many mortal perils and just escape them completely unscathed. This is reflective of the fir tree itself. It is a very resilient tree that keeps its, I don't know if they'd really be called leaves, but it's whatever's all year round. Their wands have staying power and strength of purpose, just like their owners, and it is not good for people who are indecisive or easily swayed. They are really good for transfiguration, and their owners are usually strong-minded and can be intimidating. The owner of a hawthorn wood wand is usually going to be someone who is complex and intriguing, much like the tree itself. The hawthorn tree's leaves and blossoms have been known to be used in medicine, like they have healing powers, but if you cut a branch off a hawthorn tree, it literally smells like an animal is like a rotting carcass. I know that's gross, but it smells like death. Similar to the tree itself, these hawthorn wood wands are good for healing spells, but also good at curses. And a downside to the hawthorn wood wand is that sometimes, if you're not careful, the spell can backfire. Hazelwood wands are very sensitive wands, and they can literally pick up on their owner's emotions. So the ideal owner is going to be someone who's good at picking or good at keeping their emotions in check. When in the right hands, it is incapable of outstanding magic. And this is very kind of sweet. Hazelwood wands often refuse to perform magic after their owner dies. They just basically stop working. And interestingly, they can be used to find water underground. Like they'll shoot out misty teardrop sort of things if there's water underground. Next is hollywood, and this is a rare type of wood, and it's really, really good at protective magic. It often pairs with an owner that has to go on a dangerous or spiritual journey or quest, and it is one of those wands that varies dramatically depending on the core type it has. It actually really doesn't like to be paired with a phoenix feather core, but when the two are paired, it can be used for very, very powerful magic, and it's worth noting that Harry Potter's wand is a hollywood wand with a phoenix feather core. Then we have hornbeam wood. This is a good wood for somebody with a lifelong passion. Ollivander himself has a hornbeam wood wand, and these wands can help you achieve that life goal of yours. These wands adapt quickly and don't like to be used by other people besides their owner. And interestingly, they won't perform acts that don't line up with their owner's code of conduct, that individual's morals. And this can be for better or worse, depending on what that person's morals are. Next is larch wood. And this wood gives courage and confidence to its owner. Larch wood is usually paired with an owner who doesn't realize their own abilities, and through having that wand, they gain self-confidence and learn of their own secret hidden talents. Laurel wood wands do not like lazy owners. They literally will switch to a different owner if you are being lazy. They can cleave very strongly to their owner if that owner is deserving of it. It literally will cleave so strongly that it will not allow itself to be stolen. Maple wood is perfect for people who are travelers or explorers and who are ambitious. It likes fresh challenges and regular changes of scenery, and it is often used as a mark of status because most of its owners have been high achievers. Pear wood goes best with owners who are warm-hearted, generous, and wise. They are usually popular and well-respected in their communities, and pear wood is not a good wood for dark magic, and it is one of the more resilient types of woods. Pine wood is independent and individual. Their owners are usually loners that are kind of intriguing and mysterious. They enjoy being used creatively. A lot of the owners have been known to make up their own spells, and these ones adapt well to new methods and spells easily. Most of the owners live long lives, and pine wood is a good wood for nonverbal magic. Poplar is attracted to owners that have high integrity. It is a reliable and consistent wand, and the owner needs to have a clear-minded vision of what they want to do with their life. Oak is a wood that produces a wand that has really fast reaction, so this is a really good wand for dueling. The ideal owner is going to be someone that's light of touch, quick-witted, and adaptable. Owners of a red oak wand also often create their own spells. Then we have the red wood wand. Owners of this are usually very lucky people. They make not good choices as in like moral ones, but like the right choice in the decision. And they've actually been known to capitalize off of chaos and like catastrophe and come out on top when everyone else comes out on bottom. They usually live very exciting lives. Then we have rowan wood. Rowan wood is a protective wand, so it's really good at defense charms. It is not good for the dark arts. It's good for people with clear heads and pure hearts. Yet don't be fooled, these people are still really good at dueling. Silver lime is sort of a mysterious type of wood. It's been known to be attracted to seers or people that are good at legilimency. Spruce wood is a wand that requires someone with a firm hand. It kind of seems to have its mind and ideas of its own, so it really takes like a powerful master to control and dominate it. Usually it likes someone that is bold, but also someone with a good sense of humor. And in the right or wrong hands, it can be lethal. Spruce wood wands also seem to have the flair for like dramatic or flamboyant spells. Sycamore is a questioning wood. It loves new experiences, and its owner is usually often someone very explorative and curious and creative. It needs adventures constantly and curiosity, and it literally will explode if it gets bored. Magical people have reported that when they reached middle age and their life became a little bit less exciting, their wand that used to work great for them just burst into flames. Pine, while it's not really a wood, it is still used to make wands, is a very rare type of material, and its owners often seek a greater purpose out of life. They have very deep personalities. Pine wands are also very good at picking out their own ideal owners. Walnut wood seeks highly intelligent individuals for their owners. They're usually the innovators or the inventors in the magical community. This is also a wand that can be hard to dominate, but will be very obedient once it is dominated. It can become a lethal weapon for dark wizards. Willow is an uncommon type of wood, and it has healing powers. The owners are often insecure, but for no reason. Usually the owners have great potential, but they don't see it themselves. And then lastly, we have yew. Yew is another rare type of wood. The owners are often unusual people, sometimes even notorious people. It's good for dark magic, dueling, and curses. But that doesn't mean that the owner is any likelier to be a dark wizard. It could also be someone that is really interested in protecting others. Basically, a yew wand has been owned by both heroes and villains throughout history. An incredibly loyal wand. When the owner dies, if it is buried with them, it will grow a yew tree over them to protect their grave. And the owner will not be timid or mediocre. I have a walnut wood wand, and like, I don't want to like pat myself on the back, but I think it's fitting for me because I'm also like a Ravenclaw and a Virgo, and those are all like not to say that I am intelligent, but like all three of those things value intelligence at the very least, and like I love learning in school and all that stuff. So I think that fits. Let me know what kind of wands you guys have in the comments, and tell me whether or not you think it fits you and why or why not. Okay, bye y'all.